Want to see my outfit I'm wearing today? I'm wearing this. My Nike tennis skirt. Here, let me shut this so you can see better. This is my Nike tennis skirt with my leggings and my boots and a black shirt. Usually, I always wear black skirt, black leggings with black shirt. I mean, sometimes like I'll wear that polka dot shirt I have, and then I have a purple one, like a dark purple one, or I have a few others that I wear that aren't black, but most of them are black. I don't know why I do that. I get addicted to like the same clothes. Like if I'm not wearing like a certain outfit, like I get kind of uncomfortable. Like this that I'm wearing now, this is my favorite Nike tennis skirt. So yeah, so that's just not really. It doesn't really have much to do with the subject I'm going to talk about tonight. But maybe it does. So anyway, today I'm going to talk about social stuff, like social ineptness. And I'm pretty much socially inept. I don't know why, but maybe it's because I'm weird. That's probably the reason. I mean, I am pretty weird. I mean, a lot of people like that, but a lot of people just think, like, I don't want to talk to her. She's weird. She's one of those weirdos. Because, like, who else makes videos in the middle of the night, right? Who else does that? I don't know. Maybe there's somebody, but I don't know who they are. And if you know somebody that makes videos in the middle of the night talking about crazy stuff, introduce me. I'll be their best friend or something. Okay, so anyway, I'll start out from when I was pretty young. I always had a few friends, and usually the people that I was friends with were the kids of the people that my parents were friends with, because that way, you get to actually hang out because you're a little kid, you can't drive. So your mom and their mom get together, and then you're automatically just friends, right? That's how I made friends back then. I don't remember a lot of kids that I would just meet and be like, hey, can you come over? I mean, yeah, I'm sure that happened. But most of my good friends either lived on my street or my mom was friends with their mom. So, yeah. So when I was little, I had a few friends and I was happy. And I was pretty quiet though. Like I remember in 7th grade, I would eat lunch with these girls every day. And I remember I would always hang out with them. I think I had PE with some of them. There was like 3 other girls, and we'd all hang out every time at lunch. And I remember that I wouldn't actually say anything. I was just like the one that was at the lunch table hanging out, and they were all talking, and I'm just sitting there eating and listening. Like I literally didn't talk. And like people would ask me like in class, like they'd say, why are you so quiet? And I would be like, I don't know. I mean, it wasn't because I wasn't having like any sort of social anxiety. I just didn't feel like talking that much. Like I guess I would talk to like whoever my good friends were that I had known for a while, but most of the time I just didn't say anything. And it wasn't like something that I was upset about. I just didn't want to say anything. I just didn't have anything to say, I guess. Who knows? But yeah, I was pretty quiet. So, yeah. But it was okay. Because what's wrong with being quiet, right? So anyway, I remember once, and that was middle school. I'm gonna go like a few years back. So, I remember once when I was in, I don't know, I probably was in like 5th, or maybe I was in 6th grade. Maybe I was in 4th. I don't know, but I was younger. And my parents went out of town, and I was staying at one of my friends' houses. And this is a girl that my mom was good friends with her mom, and I'd known her since like forever. So I don't know where my brothers were staying. They were staying with somebody else, and I was staying with these people. So I was staying there for a few days. Like it was during the school year, because I remember I'd have to wake up and go to school. with my friend. And then I remember one afternoon, one of her other friends came over, and I was kind of friends with her too. And we went on a bike ride. And when we had these little trails, like they were called green belts, they went through the woods, and it was crazy that we would even like ride on those by ourselves. I mean, I would not let my kids ride on those because they were like in the woods, like these trails, and it was like there were actual like kidnappers and rapists. Like you would hear like this was like in the 80s, like in this like really nice little suburban like town or whatever, suburb. And it was really nice, and everybody was nice. But then there were rapists on the green belts and kidnappers. Like 2 kids I knew got kidnapped, but that's like a total. And they were okay. They didn't like get murdered or anything. They got taken back. But yeah, that's a whole other video. So I'm not gonna get off on a tangent. I'm just gonna keep on going with this. Like I was on a bike ride with my friend and this other girl that was friends with her that I was kind of friends with. So on the way to the park, we were like riding our bikes to the park, and I saw this lady that I knew that my mom knew, and she had a kid, and I stopped to say hi to her, and I said that I would catch up with them later. And so I talked to this woman for a few minutes, and then I was like, okay, bye, and then I went to the park. And so the 2 girls were on the swing set, and they were swinging, and I wasn't making much noise because I think I just like kind of quietly rode up. And the girl that I was kind of friends with was saying to the other girl, she was saying that she didn't like me, and do we have to hang out with her, and why do we have to hang out with her? She just wants to hang out with, what's your name, by herself, and why do I have to be there? And can we just like ditch her? And so then my friend who I was staying with said, well, why would you say that? We're friends. I like her. We're going to keep playing with her. Like, that's mean or whatever. So she didn't know it was there. She actually likes to be my friend. So she said that. And so I kind of was like, hey, I heard what you said. And the other girl was like, oh, I'm sorry. And she kind of was awkward about it. Like, like that's like really embarrassing. You're like talking shit about somebody and they're like right behind you. Like that's pretty crappy. So anyway, you would think that I would be upset about that, or I would get my feelings hurt or run off crying, but I didn't care. I like had no care at all if she said that about me. I mean, I remember it, and it's something that I remember in my life, but I don't remember giving one little crap about it. And I don't remember thinking anything else. Like, I don't remember thinking badly of her, like thinking, oh, I hate that girl, or that girl's mean, or like, I don't remember thinking anything like that. And I remember at the end of the school year, like, I even got her to, like, sign my yearbook because I honestly didn't care if she didn't like me. And it didn't make me dislike her because she disliked me. So, yeah, that was kind of weird. Like, now thinking back on that, like, I should have, like, probably hated that girl. Like, wouldn't most people be like, that girl's a bitch. That girl's a stupid bitch, and she's mean, and she's like trying to get my friend, like she was trying to turn my friend against me. Like that girl was a little bitch. Like she probably still is. She probably grew up to be a bitch. I mean, I don't know her. I moved away from that neighborhood, so I don't know what she did. Maybe she's okay. So I don't know, but you would think that I would get mad, but I didn't. So anyway, that was kind of just one of those little odd things. And the other thing I remember is, like, I don't know, I think all kids do this, like, when you make enemies, like, have you ever made an enemy? Like, I remember one year I went to summer camp, like, when I was 11 or 12, and there were these girls there, and they were from another school, and me and one of my friends were from a school together, and these girls were from some different schools, so we didn't really know them that well. And so for some reason, at the beginning of camp, I don't know if we hated them first or if they hated us, or I don't know how it started, but we were like supposedly hating each other, because that's what girls do, right? So like I guess it was like a 2-week camp or something. So in the middle of the whole camp, like they just were like, so like after they like hated us for a long time and would be like making fun of us all the time, they were like, well, let's just be friends. And we were just like, are you joking? And they were like, no, we're tired of being like haters, so let's just be friends. And then we're just like, okay. And then we were just friends, and like we were friends, and we like exchanged our phone numbers. And I remember one of the girls, like even after I moved away, we would like talk on the phone. It was weird. Like the girls that hated us were like suddenly just, okay, let's just be friends, because I guess that's what kids do. They can be like pretty forgiving like that. So yeah, that was kind of weird. Oh, but now let's move on to like high school, I guess. Because all that was middle school. Actually, let's not move on to high school. Let's go like to 8th grade or something. So in 7th grade, I was like really quiet, and then the next year we moved, and my mom put us in this private school that was a lot smaller. Like in public school, you had like a lot of kids, and you know, you weren't, if there was somebody that you didn't get along with, you weren't stuck with them for every single class. Like, you'd have classes with maybe one kid you hated in 3rd period, and then 4th period you're away from that person. They can't torture you. So in 8th grade though, there was like 20 something kids in the whole grade, and in a way it was kind of cool because you got to know everybody better. But in another way, it was just, you were trapped with these people. So, I don't know what happened, like, at the beginning of the school year. I said something like, when you're a kid and your relatives come over and they're like, so, do you have a boyfriend? And because they think, like, you're turning into a teenager or whatever, and they're going to ask you these stupid questions. So somebody came over one day, and they asked me that dreaded, stupid question that you just want to smack adults when they say that, because, like, you do not want to talk about that. So they're like, so, do you have a boyfriend? And I was like, no, all the boys at my school are dorks. And so, my brother, who was in 6th grade at the time, he took that and he ran with it because he was in PE, and he had PE with, like, all the other grades, too, because it was such a small school. So, apparently, at PE, he told everybody that I said all the boys at school were dorks. So, as you can probably guess, everybody hated me. And it was a small school, and, I just insulted everybody, like, not meaning to, really. I just did it to shut up the adult that was, like, trying to ask me if I had a boyfriend, so I was just, like, throwing that out there. But, I mean, most of them, they were dorks. I mean, I wasn't really lying. I didn't, like, I don't know. But, so, he tells everybody that. And they hated me for the rest of the year. So, I don't know. I didn't know how to, like, really, really react to that. Because, I don't know. It was kind of, like, horrible most of the time. And I don't remember, like, going home and crying about it or anything. But, I would get in, like, actual fights. Like, I remember once this one guy, like, he was, like, calling me names or something, and then I just said something about, like, I don't know what I did. I said a yo mama's so ugly joke or something to him. I didn't even know his mom. And so I said that, and he hit me in the head, like, really hard. And I remember a lot, I would get into, like, physical fights with boys because they hated me. So, yeah. And then the one that tortured me the most, it turned out that he, like, actually had a crush on me, and he, like, told me this, like, years later. Yeah, like, you shouldn't have been, like, beating me up and insulting me all the time. I remember one insult he gave me, and this is, like, really weird, but, he's like, no offense, but you look like Christy Brinkley. And that was supposed to be an insult. Like, what the hell? Well, first of all, I don't look like Christy Brinkley, but I thought that was odd that he would, like, try to insult me by saying I looked like a supermodel. That's a little weird. Anyway, so, yeah, that was 8th grade. And then in 9th grade, we moved again, and so I had to go to a different school. And it's like whenever you change schools, you got to get used to, like, these kids and how they are. And, like, everybody's like a conformist, you know? Like, everybody, like, has their little social rules. Like, every little school that you go to, they have their little social rules of, like, what's cool and what's not cool. And so these kids at this school, they were just, like, they were the preppy kids, you know? And so, if you weren't a preppy kid, then, like, you were weird, and so you couldn't be cool at that school if you weren't, like, preppy and, like, wore loafers and jeans all the time. Like, what the hell was the early 90s about loafers and jeans? Like, did people really think that looked good? I don't know. I mean, I don't care if people wear loafers and jeans, but, you know, you shouldn't have to, like, wear loafers and jeans to fit in. So, I don't think I really fit in, and then I would get in fights with people there, too, because, if people were, I was kind of, like, at that point, I wasn't quiet anymore. Like, I got pretty confrontational with people. So if they would say bad stuff about me, I would just say something worse about them, and then I'd end up, like, getting run down by gangsters and stuff. Like, that really happened. So, yeah, that wasn't good. So I just didn't, I don't know. I didn't like that school. So then I moved back in with my dad, and I went to, another school, and, you know, I don't know. That school was okay. Like, I didn't really, like, I have, like, friends there and stuff. You know, I had, like, friends that I would hang out with a lot, and, you know, I would do stuff like, I remember one of my friends, like, we would call people on the phone, and we would ask them how to spell raspberry, because I found out that raspberry had a P in it, R-A-S-P-B-E-R-R-Y, and, like, I never knew that before. I was like, wow, raspberry has a P in it. It's like a silent P, raspberry. So I decided, like, that I should call people and ask them, like, how to spell raspberry. And so when you're a teenager, like, that's okay to do, because teenagers do weird crap like that, you know? So, you can still make friends and be a weirdo when you're young, because a lot of people are weirdos when they're young. So, yeah. So, you know, I had friends that we would, like, call random people up on the phone. Like, now we just do that on the internet. Like, you can just talk to random people on the internet. But back then, I would just, like, pick up the phone and, like, dial a random number, be like, hi, and, like, just talk about random stuff. And then I guess it was common because people would call me from random numbers that I didn't know. And then I would just, like, pretend that I would, like, make up some, like, name and, like, make up some fake life and, like, pretend to be, like, somebody I wasn't, because, like, I don't know who these people are. I'm just going to pretend to be whoever. So I would do stuff like that. And let's see what else. I remember also in high school, I looked younger than I actually was. So when I was a senior, everybody thought I was a freshman. And so that was pretty annoying. And, but I already, like, I had boobs, you know, like, I was already, like, pretty developed. Like, I still had, like, bigger boobs than everybody else. So people would, like, spread rumors that I got a boob job. Like, there was a rumor going around school that I had fake boobs. And I don't know, like, who made it up, but there was that rumor, and then there was a rumor that I had lip injections, that my lips were fake. I mean, I still have pretty cool lips, though, see? So back then, they were probably even better. I'm talking too much. It's making me cough. Anyway, so, yeah. So back then, I was the school slut. I was like the school slut. But you know what? I never had sex with anybody. I was a virgin. But you know how there's that girl that all the guys are like, yeah, I did her. Yeah, I did her last night. Yeah, that was me, but I didn't do any of them. And then I would hear like all these rumors that I was like with some guy that I didn't even know, and he was going around saying I did her. You know, oh my God, I'm so glad there was like not social networking back then, because they would have tortured me. You know, I'm so glad I didn't have that. So, yeah, I think I kind of like, I think from like early in my life, I kind of figured people were kind of crappy because they are. So, I mean, it was kind of obvious that, you know, kids are mean, kids are bullies. Like, I saw people getting bullied by other people, and I don't know. People make up rumors for no reason at all. I actually know this one girl that did start the rumors, because she was like one of the ones that would like say like, I heard this or I heard that, and I think, you know, I think she was spreading it sometimes, and I think it's because like I got the lead in the school musical and she wanted to be it, so she would get mad at me for like something I didn't do. Like, girls in high school do that. Like, you don't have to do anything directly to them, but if the guy they like likes you, then they hate you even though you didn't do anything, you know. But that's what girls do. Girls are crazy, crazy. So anyway, now that I'm grown up, if it wasn't for the internet, like, I would totally still call people probably and ask them how to spell raspberry. But now, like, I already know that, you know, most people don't know how to spell raspberry. Like, I think half the people didn't know how to spell raspberry. Half the people did. But it's like you can't do that anymore when you grow up, because for some reason, after people grow up, they think that you're not supposed to do anything fun anymore except for go get like really wasted and drunk all the time. That's like what adults think is fun, and I'm alcohol intolerant. I can't do that. So it's not like I can go out and get drunk with people, because I can't. You know, and that's what teenagers think are fun too, I guess. I mean, I didn't really do that much as a teenager either. I didn't really go to parties, because it's like, why do I want to go to a party to just like hang out with a bunch of people and like talk about what, you know? I don't know. I never really got into that stuff. So, yeah. So, in college, I never joined anything like a sorority, because why would I want to pay dues every month or whatever? Like, I know it costs something. Why would I want to pay to be friends with a bunch of girls that, like, I probably wouldn't like anyway and probably wouldn't like me anyway? Like, I don't want to do that. And now, you know, now I'm grown up, and, you know, in college I had a few friends that, you know, I met. Like, I had, well, my now ex-husband was my boyfriend back then, and, you know, I had a couple other friends I hung out with, but I wasn't like friends with tons of people. I didn't go partying. I wasn't in a sorority. I didn't like go out to clubs. I didn't do any of that, because I'm not like really a social kind of person that much. But anyway, enough about that. So now I'm grown up, and now I really don't fit in, because nobody acts like me. Like, the things that I'm interested in are like things that other people really aren't interested in at all. Like, you know, I'll sit there and think about fantasy versus reality, or ghosts, or weird stuff. Like, I'll think about like things that other people don't think about. So, yeah. Like, most of the time when you hang out with somebody, they want to like talk about stuff that's boring, and I really don't know how to talk about stuff that's boring. Or they want to talk about like some show they watch, and I don't watch shows. Or they want to talk about, like, if it's a mom's thing, like, they want to talk about, like, they gossip about people and stuff, like, and usually it's, like, if they all know each other and they're gossiping about somebody they know, it's like, I don't know who they're gossiping about, so what am I going to say? And, you know, moms get kind of cliquey like that. And if you don't, like, like women are like this. If you don't like dress a certain way or look a certain way or look all like them, then they're not gonna want to be friends with you. Like they want to be like normal or whatever. Like see these pigtails, like I'll wear pigtails sometimes, and I'll wear an outfit like this where I wear like a mini skirt with leggings and a top like this, and like if they don't dress like that, then they're probably not going to want to be friends with me, because for some reason people tend to like people that are exactly like them. And also, it's hard for me to make friends with other moms because, well, my kids are kind of crazy, and so other people don't want their kids around my kids, even though their kids are little demons too. It's like I think parents are like they want to think their child is perfect, and everybody else is like that one's a bad influence or that one said crap. People like I had this video of like Ivan saying the word crap, and like people like got angry at me because of that, because crap is such a horrible word. It's like basically like saying fuck, you would think fuck, but it's not. It's crap. It's not that bad. But yeah, I don't really like get that great along with other people, and I think also like if I go hang out with people and I don't say anything, like I don't talk about anything, like they're not gonna want to be friends with me because I'm not saying anything. So now I think I kind of just like I just like gave up, like I'll go places where I see other moms and they're all talking to each other, but I've given up at this point of trying to join in the conversation because, I mean, I'm not going to make friends with them. And what's even the point anymore, you know? So I don't care. I really don't care. And also, sometimes, like, let's take guys now. I've talked about girls too much. Let's take guys now. If I try to go out with a guy, like when I was in Texas, like I lived in Texas for a year, and I've lived here now almost a year again. But when I was in Texas, after I got divorced, like I was like, okay, well, I guess I've got to find a boyfriend or like go on a lot of dates or something. So I went on a lot of dates, and like most of the time when I would go out with somebody, like I wouldn't know what to say. Like half the time I was just like not saying anything. Like I didn't know what to say. It was kind of awkward. Like I used to like to like if somebody wanted to go out with me, I'd be like, yeah, let's go to the movies, because if you go to the movies, like you can sit there and you don't have to say anything, because most of the time people don't want to talk about what I want to talk about. So whatever. Yeah. So yeah, that's about it. And then it's just awkward. Like once you're like if you're on a date with somebody and the end of the date comes, like what do you say? Like what if they say they want to hang out with you again, and you say okay, and what if you don't want to, or what if you do want to? But like whether I did want to or I didn't want to, I would say okay. And I don't know, maybe I didn't like act that excited about it or something. Like I don't know. So this video is too freaking long, and it's the middle of the night. It's 3:08, and I'm just rambling on in the middle of the night. Yeah. So yeah, I don't really have a lot of friends because like even if I do start talking, I'll say something like way, way, way inappropriate. Like I think I was somewhere the other day, and I was with some people I knew and some people I didn't know that well, and you know what? I'm not even gonna say what I asked this guy, okay? Because it was just like nobody should ask somebody that they hardly know if they like butt sex, but I did. I asked somebody if they liked butt sex, and I didn't know them that well. Like, what do you say to that? Like, it was like kind of a joke. Like, do you like butt sex? And like, I don't even remember what he said. I don't even remember if he likes butt sex. Guys like that? Like, I think that's what I asked him. But I don't know. I don't remember what he said. I don't think he told me if he liked it or not. Which I didn't even really care if he liked it or not, because I don't know. It was just like that topic came up because I don't know why exactly, but yeah. So yeah, people probably aren't going to want to talk to me if I ask them like some crazy question like that. Oh, and I'll let something out. When I was younger, and I've done this like when I was an adult too, but when I was younger, like if I started making friends with somebody and they were hanging around me too much, like maybe it was a girl and she was like all like my new best friend and we were like having so much fun and like going places and going to the mall and having sleepovers. Um, After like a little bit too much of that, I would start to feel like, okay, like she's been hanging out like way too much with me. So I would be like, you know what, you like I wouldn't be nice about her saying like, oh, like I'm busy right now, I can't do it. I'd be like, you know what, you are like hanging out way too much. You call me like way too much. You try to hang out way too much. I don't want to see you like every single day. And it's like, that's really mean. Like I was really mean, I guess. But I've done that like on multiple occasions. So, and then they're all like, oh, I don't know. And then they don't want to be friends anymore because I say that. But what am I supposed to say? Like beat around the bush and be like, yeah, I'm busy, because they're still going to call me at 3 a.m. and wake me up. Well, now if they called me at 3 a.m., they wouldn't wake me up because I'm already awake. And I'm just rambling and rambling, and this is over 30 minutes long. Oh, God. Well, if you made it through this long, you're crazy. Go to sleep. Okay? That's all. Goodbye.